What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video for League of Legends. Okay, so today we are hopping back into the champion spotlight. Yo, we still have so many champs to see, so many awesome freaking champs to see, and today we are just heading back into that. Yo, I love League of Legends to the bone, like playing the game. I haven't played the game yet. So just to say, I love League of Legends, I love the lore, I love the story, every single thing about League of Legends I love. I'm telling you. So I am heading back into Champion Select today. Champion Spotlight. What Champion Select is like I've already played the fucking game. Yo, this is so hype. Every time I get to fucking make a video for League of Legends, it's extremely fucking hype because I get to see so many fucking awesome champs and everything of that sort. So yeah, today we're heading back into Champion Spotlight just to check out all the champions. Last time we stopped at Yorick, right? Oh boy, Vander, man. Ah, fuck. So today we're just gonna hop back in. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope all of y'all are just feeling good and healthy. Be good and stay safe. Let's hop into the video, guys. Ivern.
Welcome to the League of Legends
Yo, this
Champion
is
Spotlight,
definitely one of the best games.
Ivern, the Green Father.
The Green Father. Oh shit, my boy with the fucking yo.
Once long ago, Ivern Bramble
Yo, look at my boy fucking. He was a man?
Pretty bad one. As a Freljordian conquistador, Ivern took what he wanted and killed anyone in his way.
What?
Good, Brambleback.
So
That
that's
changed the day he cut down a mysterious tree called a God Willow. As it fell, the tree's magic flooded the cruel warrior's soul, leaving him with a love of nature and new appreciation.
holy shit. So
Now, by protecting the forest from those with evil in their
So
hearts,
that's how my
Green
boy
Father
came to
hopes
be how he
find
is.
atonement for his sins.
yo, my boy protect. Holy shit.
Ivern's passive is
Yo, this is messed up. This is probably one of the most best. Well, my boy was a conquistador, and he used to be killing and he cut down a tree. So my boy basically protecting the forest. And look, they made him a fucking jungler. My boy killing all the fucking animals.
friend of the forest.
And he killed.
Ivern loves all the jungle's creatures and would never harm them.
What?
Instead, he sets them free. By right-clicking on any non-epic jungle monster, Ivern spends some health and mana to create a grove that then matures over time. Once the grove fully matures, right-clicking it again will free the camp's critters
So they're
and leave
no-
behind gifts of gold and experience.
Oh, so he doesn't kill them.
Ivern can free camps immediately after placing a grove by smiting it,
We do this.
or by clicking on any camp that's already missing its biggest monster. As Ivern levels up, the Green Father can share the red and blue buff with his allies.
What
When he
the
frees the Brambleback or the Sentinel, they'll leave behind the delicious little copy of the buff that can be picked up
And they
by
can-
an ally.
So it's like
Similarly,
two.
if an ally takes out one of the buffs themselves, a copy is left for Ivern.
What the fuck? Yo, this has to be one of the best fucking
You
champs.
don't have to stick around near groves while they take root, but come back once they've matured and you can harvest them instantly with one click.
So my boy doesn't fucking attack.
Ivern's Q is Root Collar, which slings a long root that damages.
Yo, I love this
those that
fucking
fight
champ.
Roots the first enemy it hits.
Sneak attack.
Ivern and his allies try to attack the rooted target from out of range, they'll dash to their max attack range. In the centuries since Ivern became a tree, he's grown some very long grass roots. The
So-
root collar basic attack combo has enough range.
I thought
to
he
let
can
him
actually
right
walk over the
right through
terrain.
jungle walls.
Okay, so you can send the root through.
Ivern's W
okay.
is Brushmaker.
Yo, you want making the
On an
fucking
ammo
just like
allows
fucking.
Ivern to create several small patches or one large thicket of brush at a time. Brushmaker also has a passive that grants extra magic damage and range to Ivern's basic attacks whenever he's in brush. The effect briefly lingers after leaving brush, so he can still throw some zingers for a few seconds.
Singers. What the fuck?
Brushmaker is all about mind games. You can set up sneaky traps or just create complete mayhem in a lane without ever actually
Yo,
playing
because
for a game.
but
Poor Lucian.
the thing is that he knows that the bush is not supposed to be there, so they're not gonna go.
Granting a shield. After a couple seconds, the seed explodes, damaging and slowing all nearby enemies.
Okay, so that's a good escape tool.
Trigger Seed is great for buffing allies, but it's also Ivern's best tool for one-on-one duels. The ability's shield and damage turned this trait around for the Green Father, and the slow kept Cho in range for one final auto attack.
Auto attack. Choke off! You go,
Ivern's ultimate is Daisy.
Daisy. Did Daisy actually fucking... What, did Daisy die in the forest? And Ivern...
She's a big, happy sentinel who loves hugs and punching enemies. She's controllable.
Is this fucking Daisy from Annie's fucking...
If Daisy ever attacks the same champion 3 times in a row...
Because... What the fuck? Because he can summon just like fucking Annie can summon fucking Tibbers. And he's...
She knocks up and damages all enemies in a line. Ivern is best at supporting other champions, but when he gets caught out, Daisy is there to help. While Ivern jukes around to dodge Riven's blows, Daisy gets in a few punches, activating her knockup effect. Her body blocking kept the Exile at bay until Ivern could bait her into a 1v4.
Oh shit.
How rude.
How rude. Yo, Ivern is a fucking... Yo, my boy is just a sweet fucking... What the fuck? He doesn't attack the fucking...
Ivern's passive gives him access to jungle roots that just wouldn't work for other junglers.
Yo, my boy fucking strolling. Look at my...
After preparing his own blue buff for later, he goes in for a level 1 invade of the enemy red, root calling over the wall to place a growth.
So the enemies see the growth?
Seconds and quickly goes for a gank on Xerath before the poor Megas Ascendant has even hit level 2.
Xerath, the piece of fucking shit. Xerath fucked up Azir's ascension.
Once Ivern hits 6, Daisy makes the green man's ganks a real
Daisy,
hazard.
yo,
While
I believe
Daisy dukes it out with Ashe, Ivern safely avoids turret aggro by making sure that she goes in first. Even then, Ivern generally avoids turret damage using his shield.
He missed the fucking
3 hits
Q.
from Daisy secures the knockup on Braum, earning the final kill.
Yep. Yo, Ivern is a fucking nice champion.
In teamfights, Ivern shines as a long-range support, with basic attacks to back it up. He starts out this fight making a beeline for the brush to enable Brushmaker's passive, and focuses on Cho'Gath until he dies.
Come on.
Then he helps take out Cassiopeia with a well-aimed
get that fucking
giving
Cassiopeia.
his fellow tree man a free dash to stick to him.
Oh, Nasus, what are you doing, Nasus?
Ivern casts Brushmaker at his own feet to re-enable his ranged bonus damage, helping send their final foe to the dog pound.
Where did that come from?
To the dog pound, Nasus. Holy fuck, yo, Ivern is a fucking...
Creating Brush Anywhere lets Ivern put opponents in some very uncomfortable situations.
Because
like
they can't fucking...
untargetable champions.
Exactly!
And turret, complete with a Blitzcrank grab. He shields Caitlyn and tags Thresh with a root collar. Unfortunately, this means he's missing all his defensive tools for the rest of the team fight, except for Daisy, who puts a few hits in to help Caitlyn survive her
Daisy.
The brush hook alone would let any Green Father player say, I've earned this one.
I've earned this. Yo, what the fuck? Friend of the fuck. Because I thought...
for watching the Ivern Champion Spotlight.
I actually thought they were messed up in doing this. Like, he's a carrier of the forest, and I thought they would have messed up, like, having him kill the jungle creatures. But my boy freeing them. Fuck. Yorick. That's a nice fucking chap. Yorick.
Spotlight, featuring Yorick,
the Shepherd of Lost Souls. Yo, look at the fucking what the
By Shadow Isle standards, Yorick's a pretty good guy. The former monk just wants
my boy's a good guy in fucking Shadow Isle.
Black mists of the Isles. So he's willing to do some bad things to carry out his holy mission.
So my boy like trying to free them.
The burden of 1,000 condemned souls swirling infinitely in the ghoulish cape on his back.
Yeah.
The shepherd uses these lost spirits to fight anyone who gets in his way. They may not like it, but Yorick doesn't give a damn.
Yorick.
Do whatever it takes to win.
Attack damage held, cooldown reduction.
Hell along with him.
Our souls are a small price.
So he's a fighter. My boy is a fighter. Bruiser. Fighter bruiser. Abilities.
Yorick's
Shepherd of Souls.
Shepherd of Souls.
So he collects souls
Whenever an
as
enemy
well.
Minion or neutral monster dies near Yorick, they'll occasionally leave behind a grave.
And he collects them.
Champs that die near Yorick always leave one. Graves last until Yorick moves away. Now what do Graves do, you ask? Well, heads up, it's about to get spooky.
Huh?
Yorick's Q gives him
Elise.
access to 2 separate abilities, Last Rites and Awakening.
Also, he can bring forth fucking.
Last Rites empowers the Shepherd's next basic attack, causing it to deal bonus damage and restore a little health. If Yorick is below half health, the healing
More
effect is
health.
doubled.
Yep.
If Last Rites kills any target, a grave is created.
And he can.
If there are at least 3 graves nearby and Last Rites is on cooldown, Yorick can cast Awakening to raise Mistwalkers from
minions.
the nearby graves.
It's like fucking.
Mistwalkers
Is that
basically act like nasty little minions.
Minions,
although
but they're
you can
stronger?
only have up to 4 of them at once in your undead entourage.
But they're fucking
They die
stronger.
if they roam too far from Yorick.
Ah.
Also, none of the graves can have a cigar. If Yorick
Yo.
wants to win early trades in
Because actually, what the point he made out of the Graves can have cigar, I think, because Graves has a cigar inside of the cinematics, but in the game he doesn't have one, so that's messed
he's
up.
got to wait until he's planted a proper cemetery before going in. Here, Aurelia screws up by hanging too close to Yorick's graves. When the Mist
Yo, and they're
Walkers
fucking
rise,
strong.
Yorick follows them in to deal additional damage and recover some lost health, earning an easy advantage.
Yeah, that's a nice trade.
Yorick's W is Dark Precision.
Mordekaiser! Yo, the menace of fucking
Shepherd
earth.
yanks a bundle of corpses straight from the earth, forming a wall of rotting flesh that encircles a target area. The wall decomposes on its own after a few seconds, but can also be destroyed by enemy basic attacks, whether they're trapped or not.
So that's a fucking trap.
Yorick
That's
and
just
his
like
allies can
Vegas.
freely pass through
That's
the
like
dark
Vegas fucking trap.
When you need to
Cage.
lock down a key target or get away from the living, a big ring of coagulated corpses is just the thing you need. Here, Yorick aims Dark Procession right on top of himself to create a cage that only he can escape from.
Yep, so he's stuck
Unlike
inside.
Kled, Yorick doesn't need a rope to make a bear trap.
Elise, the
Yorick's
Black
E
Widow.
is Morning Mist.
Morning Mist.
When cast, Yorick hurls a glob of mist that damages and slows enemies.
That's
Yorick
basically
gets
it.
a movement speed bonus when moving toward enemies marked by the mist,
So-
but the ability's true power is that it's the one way you can direct the actions of the otherwise dumb Mistwalkers.
Also, it's
Your
also
walkers gain movement speed and leap toward mist-soaked targets, harassing them until they're bloody end.
so that thing that goes through.
When you need to stick to a target, a little dab of
That's
mist
Vladimir,
will
yeah,
fly
that's
up your
fucking
lane
Vladimir.
towards Wheels. The Blood Mage almost made it out of this trade, but the mist helped the Shepherd take Vlad's health bar down to the red, where
Ooh.
it belongs.
So he has a fucking cloak like Senna.
Yorick's ultimate is Eulogy of the Isles.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yorick summons the Maiden of the Mist, and at higher ranks she'll bring some Mistwalkers with her.
Maiden of the
The
Mist.
Maiden moves and attacks on her own, pushing down the lane and immediately raising any enemies that die near her as Mistwalkers.
Oh
The
shit!
Maiden disappears whenever Yorick dies, but unlike Mistwalker, she doesn't have to stay near him to stay alive.
So once they're in there, so my boy, so these can run
When
rampage.
Yorick attacks the Maiden's target, he'll deal bonus magic damage based
So
on
these
the
can run
enemy's
rampage in
health.
an entire lane.
If the Shepherd gets into a fight within earshot of the Maiden, though, she will be smart enough to follow and lend him a helping hand.
Oh, so it's okay. That's nice.
The bonus damage granted by the Maiden makes her
I bet-
very strong in one-on-one duels. Here, Yorick doesn't need to wait for more graves before starting the fight. Instead, he busts out his
Ooh, he got away from the
friend and
cage.
goes straight for the kill. The spectral duo stood united, giving Shen no time to do the same.
And Yorick is fucking. I bet his fucking ultimate is on a fucking long cooldown. Because that shit can run rampage in an entire
When
lane.
Yorick
I mean,
goes in
you
for a
could
trade,
take
it's
turret
best
shots
if he
and
brings
shit.
a
But
swarm with him. Here, Yorick waits until he has a maximum 4 graves
Four
up, then
gra-
unleashes a dark procession.
Gangplank.
and awakens his ghoul
Kill that
army the
motherfucker.
moment Gangplank steps up for some minions. With the Saltwater Scourge trapped in the fight, Yorick sicks his undead buddy.
Yo!
Giving a well
I said, get him!
of morning
But they die in one turret hit. As Yora.
Yorick has very specific windows of opportunity to make strong trades, and misusing that opportunity can leave him very vulnerable.
Oh.
The mean old monk
remember
is in
Fury is a
position for
duelist.
strong
She's
play here, but he
specific.
missed his E,
She
causing his walkers to
goes in
ignore the
one-on-one.
grand duelist. Fiora wisely takes this opportunity to pick off the Mistwalkers, leaving Yorick's schedule wide open for a fencing lesson. You know what they say, good fencing makes good neighbors.
Ooh, they come. He hit the fucking once he hit the What do you call those shit?
Yorick is better than just about anyone when you need to press an advantage after a team fight. Here, Yorick saves his ultimate until after his team's cleared out the bad guys.
What?
Then,
Mrs.
the maiden
She's
so
just
her
like
army can
sucking
take
out
the
the
first 4 turret shots.
After
the maiden's passive, the defending wave of enemy minions winds up transforming into Yorick's minion wave. With a whole new wave of tower taking
exactly
at their side, the Shepherd's team blows through the inhibitor.
Inhibitor has been destroyed. Victor, Jana, Olaf, Ash. This boy Zach.
Retreats to deal with the cold-hearted ladies who have flanked in behind him. He turns
that's
to help out
that's Alessandra.
delivering Fiora her
Morgana.
As soon as Dark Procession comes off cooldown, Yorick uses it to lock down the
Ash.
overfed
Oh
Ash,
fuck!
who quickly eats a face full of boomerang blades.
Should have ducked. That's Siver.
Yorick doesn't actually have to stay in a lane in order to split push it. Here, Yorick sees folks moving toward Baron, so he drops Big Mama Mason.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
on her merry way.
She can just
refreshes her army of Mistwalking amigos every time
and
the squad
every time something died, they turn into minions.
Pile of friends
Exact, so she can just so she can just run rampage
and ready for a pool party in the topside river. This forces the other team to either give up Baron entirely or hope they can win the team fight before the maiden takes everything in the
Woo. Look, Missy's just running a fucking rampage on the fucking.
In the end, Yorick's team wins on both fronts, and the Shepherd gets to return to his flock and win the game.
And my boy, he's teleporting, right? What the fuck? Yo, this champ is fucking sick!
Thanks for tuning in to the Yorick Champion Spotlight.
Oh, my boy playing the fucking. Yorick. She was Yoda with the chicken. The chicken as his
Welcome
fucking
to League of Legends
ally.
Champion Spotlight.
The chicken is the
featuring
only
Kled,
friend.
The
Cantankerous Cavalier. That's the word.
What the heck you doing, Scarl?
Boy!
In there.
Scar. Yeah, I think he's suffering from fucking dementia.
Always a rabble-rouser.
Who's talking?
That's
And
Scion,
he's
right?
gotten
Scion.
more violent, crazy, and eccentric.
Hey, you shut up!
Hey, you shut up!
Fungu sniffer!
Of course, those characteristics
Garrett.
make him more beloved.
I already know fucking Garrett, yo.
Legend holds that Kled has fought in
Volley
every
Bear.
campaign ever waged.
Volley
by
Bear!
Nazi,
How the fuck
acquired
that can
every
kill
possible
Ramus?
military title, and has never once backed down from a fight.
Ramus, you're not getting away, bro.
It's hard to tell if those
Yo, my
stories
boy
are
killing
true,
everything.
but
Attack
one
damage,
thing's for
life steal, cooldown
when
reduction.
Kled decides to charge into battle, somebody's gonna die.
Kled. Abilities.
Kled's passive is also his one true friend in the world, Scarl the Cowardly Lizard.
Yeah, the
Scarl
the cowardly. I'm saying a chicken.
In Kled's place.
Scarl the
Any
cowardly
bonus health
lizard.
Kled picks up through items, runes, or masteries applies specifically to Scarl's health bar. Kled and Scarl have a complicated relationship. The cantankerous Cavalier always wants to go ham, but Scarl is a little less courageous
she's
in the face
coward.
of danger.
Yep.
Whenever Scarl's health bar gets depleted,
She runs
this
away.
mindless critter will flee the battle, leaving Kled to fight alone.
Oh shit.
Scarl!
Scar! Scar, where the fuck are you?
Are ya?
While he's dismounted, Kled won't have access to some abilities and deals less total damage, but he
Oh.
gains extra range on his auto attacks and extra movement speed while heading toward enemy champions or after successfully attacking them.
Okay.
All's not lost when the lizard leaves. After a moderate cooldown, Kled can rebuild Scarl's courage, which is tracked by a secondary resource bar.
Also, that's the bar
By
underneath, so he
attacking
comes.
major objectives
Okay.
like turrets, epic monsters, and champions.
Comes back.
Or by last-hitting minions, he'll inspire his cowardly companion to return to the fight.
That's fucking
If Kled
cool.
is
That's
able
cool.
to remount his untrusty steed, he'll get a portion of Scarl's health back.
Nice.
Returning to the fountain always brings Scarl back as well.
Because that's what his health bar is basically. It's just half
Kled
and half.
has two separate Q abilities, one when he's mounted and one when he's on his own.
Okay.
When he's riding Scarl, he'll be able to throw
Bear
out
trap
his
on
bear
the rope.
trap on a rope. When Kled hurls his deadly hillbilly contraption, it damages all enemies it passes through and clamps onto the first enemy
Champ.
champion hit.
Okay, nice.
Tagging an enemy champion with the bear trap tethers them to Kled. If unbroken after a few seconds, Kled reels in the rope,
Pulls back.
pulling the enemy toward him while applying a slow and a nice chunk of damage. If Skarl has fled the scene, Kled
Pocket
throws away his
pistol.
bear traps and unholsters his
Oh, so my
pocket
boy
pistol.
get a pistol.
His
What the
diminutive
fuck?
Derringer
That's
uses
just like
ammo
Gray's
system
fucking
and damages the
shotgun.
first enemy's hit in a cone while knocking Kled back in the process.
Yo, my boy can't control the
Pocket
recoil.
pistol is Kled's only tool outside of basic attacks for restoring Skarl's courage, so
Oh,
use it
oh.
wisely because each bullet that hits enemy champions will bring Skarl back
Back.
faster.
Okay, nice.
In lane, bear trap on a rope is like a big hug for your lane opponent. The tighter
Come
you
here.
squeeze, the harder it is
Come
for
here.
them to get away.
So-
Use it
so-
to keep them in lane until they're really, really comfortable. Pocket Pistol's knockback effect is also the best way to run away from a fight, if you absolutely have to.
Cause Scar. Oh shit! Yo, shit! You flashed. You dead, Lulu. Get Lulu! Damn it!
Kled's W is a passive ability, Violent Tendencies, that works the same whether or not Kled is mounted on Skarl.
Okay, so
Whenever
that's
he
just the same.
attacks, his Bloodlust
Violent
triggers,
Tendencies.
increasing attack speed for the next 3 attacks.
Ooh, attack
Final
speed.
Frenzy Blow
Well,
deals
that's a
bonus
lot of fucking
based
damage,
on a
yo.
percentage of the target's maximum health.
So this is maximum health damage.
Use it or lose it. Whether you get through
Well,
your
this is-
frenzied attacks
this
or
is,
not, Violent Tendencies will go on a short cooldown before it can be triggered again.
That's a lot of damage for fucking violent tendencies.
When laning, try to
Poppy!
save the empowered attack. You never know when Kled will need to jump into a fight because a Poppy got sloppy.
Poppy got sloppy. What the fuck? That what? Oh, that's something that Poppy picks up.
Kled's E is Jousting, and it's only available while he's riding Skarl.
I knew you couldn't quit me, Skarl.
The
Jousting.
Lizard duo quickly dashes, damaging all enemies in their path. If Jousting hits an enemy champion, Kled gains a short burst of movement speed and a small window to reposition.
Yes,
or
yeah,
another
so
tilt
he
at
can-
the same target.
he can
Again,
damage and
damaging
then
everything in his path.
That to dash out. Okay, he
When
has the movement
combined with
speed.
Bear Trap on a rope, Jousting makes Kled obnoxiously sticky, even for
Obnoxiously
champs with a whole
sticky.
pile of dashes and dodges at their disposal.
Oh, that voice in my head won't stop making god-awful
And you have the empowered
If you're
fucking
going in
Q,
deep,
yo.
Jousting also
W.
works as an escape.
Oh, she
but
fuck.
be
Yo,
careful.
Riven
You
has
can
so many
only keep
fucking
jousting while
shields,
you're in the
yo.
saddle.
Did you see that? She just tanked so many fucking hits
Kled's
from
ultimate
fucking
ability
Kled.
is called Charge!
Charge!
When
Charge!
Kled and Skarl hurtle toward a target location, dodging around terrain, building up a shield, and massively boosting the movement speed of allies in their wake.
Oh, so anybody behind them can fucking has the same movement speed as
Skarl
well.
homes in on the first enemy champion encountered, ramming them
So-
to deal a percentage of
so
the
do you
target's
have to-
max
do you-
health
do you
and
have to,
damage, which increases the farther Kled
Control the
travels.
fucking speed.
Together, Kled and Skarl make for a rather unstoppable force.
So he's
Neither
not-
crowd
so he's not-
control nor the
Ah.
player can stop them during the ultimate.
Ah, just like fucking Olaf's
The
fucking
range on
ultimate.
Kled's ult is big, like half the map big. It hits hard and fast and can't be cancelled once you've activated, so if you're going ham, make sure you're ready to go whole hog.
Yo, look at the
Pop your
fucking
ult to-
speed.
Charge!
Charge!
And reclaim your territory.
And the empowered W. Fucking hell. Yo, Kled is fucking. He's fucking fidgety. My boy can
Thanks to
just run
Skarl,
around.
Kled has a stronger than average early game
As
that he can
Gnar.
use to his advantage. Here, he jousts twice through the transforming Gnar, dodging minion aggro and wallop
Oh,
on
shit.
a return trip.
I remember. I just
When
fucking
his
forgot
foe
he can
turns
actually
tail and
transform.
Run, Kled chases with a tether from Bear Trap on a rope, unbroken by dismounting. Kled can use the dismounted movement speed he gains and a timely flash to stay in range for the final shot.
And the big shot. Ah!
When Kled drops to low health, offense can be more effective than defense, as Kled can embolden his Craven companion and get Skarl's second health bar back by fighting.
Oh.
Gotcha!
Here, Kled displays his
gotcha!
violent
Kale.
tendencies to Kale, then kites back with Pocket Pistol. Kled steals himself, flashes into melee range, and hits all the Pocket Pistol bullets just
And then
barely
fucking
maxing out
Skarl
the
comes
courage
back. Oh shit, he
regaining his
misses. He
reptilian
misses
buddy
the
at last possible second.
bear trap on a rope.
Kled isn't just about slaying opponents. He's only about slaying opponents.
Yo,
When Victor finds
my
himself
boy is
trapped
a
between
fighter,
Malphite
yo.
and a river wall, Kled
He's
jousts
only
to
about
capture the
slaying
rock
a
type
pig.
with a bear trap on a rope and melts him down with violent tendencies. Thanks to his incredible stickiness,
my boy,
Kled
what a
can
flash.
make almost all his flash plays worth. Kled tags Nami with the red buff slow before sticking to her with another joust, turning her into fish food for Skarl.
Just Turn it into
Still,
fish food.
Nami is a strong counter to Kled in the right situation.
Huh?
Kled lines up a near-perfect ultimate, but Nami takes the revenge with a well-timed tidal wave.
But
Kled cannot stop or cancel his ultimate, so he's all in from the word
Yeah,
go.
oh
With
shit.
his team swept up behind him, Kled and Skarl find themselves up
Indeed,
without a
because
battle, and
the
Nami's
tidal
payback
wave
leaves the duo sleeping with the fishes.
The tidal wave affects the other person except for fucking Kled. So
When
Kled
Kled
is
decides
Kled
it's
alone.
time to charge! Enemies need to protect their backline. Bigger frontline tanks can body block the dynamic duo during their rampage, keeping Kled at a
Kamari is the
safe
first
distance.
champ.
When you don't, your squishies will be squashed.
Look, all
in
the
an
champs coming.
instant.
Oh
Kled
shit!
speeds Annie up to promptly delete Caitlyn.
Annie!
Even after the initial barrage,
Misfortune,
remember,
they're
the wave
shelling
from Kled
down,
and
yo.
Skarl sticks around for several seconds. Here, Kled runs
Ziggs.
back in to catch Ziggs, proving once and for all who's the craziest Yordle.
Who's the craziest?
Baby, yeah!
Noxus, baby, yeah! Kled, yo, Kled he's fun.
Thanks for tuning in to the Kled
Scar, look at Scar's face. Let's rise to the fucking occasion.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Ryze.
Come on! Rise to the occasion, Rise.
For 1,000 years,
Wait,
the
did we
Archmage Ryze
did we
scoured the world, seeking out
did we
ancient
see
runes
his
and storing their
stuff?
power in his
I think we
arcane
did.
scroll. Though Ryze cares deeply for his fellow men, he must
Sandra!
forever remain apart from them to protect them from the power he
From the
wields.
powers of the
He
fucking
might seem
rune.
curt and temperamental to those he protects, but if you lived for 1,000 years, wouldn't you?
Exactly, bro. Yo, my boy, do what the fuck?
The world may have forgotten the horrors unleashed by the Rune Wars, but Ryze remains vigilant.
Cause he was there, mana ability power cooldown reduction.
I remember when I was a part of it.
Shit, bro. My boy knew fucking jujutsu style. Arcane mastery.
Ryze's passive is Arcane Mastery.
So he's the
It
fucking
makes his spells
original
do additional
Arcane.
damage based on his bonus mana, and also increases his max mana by a percentage of his ability power.
Okay.
Build mana, build AP, get more strong.
Wow. Mana
Ryze is all
NP.
about
Choke
combos,
off.
and he's got to pick the right spells for the right moment. In this case, we're starting off with his E, Spell Flux.
Spell flux.
It deals magic damage to
Just
a
like
target
essence
and marks it with
flux.
Flux. All Ryze's other spells have bonus effects on fluxed up targets, and we'll talk about those in a second. For
Okay.
now, we want to talk about the two ways you can cause Flux to spread to nearby units.
But I heard he's the champ that's been
First,
revoked
you
the
can use
most.
Spell Flux once, then wait for it to come off cooldown and recast it on the marked target
Okay.
to strike
Oh, to
all
carry
nearby
it.
enemies with Spell
Alright,
Flux.
nice.
Alternatively, killing a Flux target using any of Ryze's spells also causes Spell Flux to spread
Spread to
nearby
other
enemies.
champ. Okay.
You've got nothing.
When farming in
Count
lane,
plank.
use Spell Flux to whittle down whole waves at once. If your lane opponent steps too close, you can use the little guys to spread the flux.
Spread the flux.
Early trades by continuously giving them the blue business.
I'm hunted by things far worse than you.
Since we
Well,
started with
cause.
E, we might as well move backwards. Ryze's W is Rune Prison.
They never learn.
Rune prison.
Point, click, root your opponents to deal magic damage.
Okay.
Use Rune Prison on a flux target to consume flux and increase the duration of the root.
Oh.
The range on Rune Prison is pretty
Yo,
short.
they might have
So
fucking
the
Ryze fighting Blaze with
Same
Brand,
when your
yo.
opponent is caught out,
Oh
then lock
fuck,
him
my
down,
boy
move
pointing the
in, and
fucking
extinguish him.
team is disciple. Ah, that's fuck.
Ryze's
Sandra.
Q is Overload, and it's a smidge more complicated than Rune Prison.
Okay.
Casting it fires a blast of runic energy, dealing damage to the first enemy struck.
Yes.
Casting Ryze's other spells completely resets the cooldown of Overload, and
Wow.
charges up a rune. Casting Overload again after you built up 2 runes grants Ryze a shield and a movement speed boost.
What the f?
If you cast Overload with only 1 rune saved up, it'll consume it without granting anything.
Okay. So once you have to get 2 saved
When
up.
striking enemies marked with Flux, Overload deals bonus damage and bounces to any nearby enemies also marked with Flux,
And
consuming the mark.
oh, what the fuck? So you have to pay
If all
him
that felt like an
specific.
information overload,
No, no,
just
you
think
have
of
to
it this
pay-
way. Cast your Q in between every other ability to maximize
And then
your DPS.
and then you get the
Or skip a Q to deal
the
less
runes.
damage, but earn yourself a shield and speed. Here, Ryze bursts down J4 with a slew of alternated overloads and spell fluxes.
Ooh,
When the
fuck.
naughty Nautilus brings Ryze close to
Come on,
death,
like a
he
shield.
waits for 2 runes before casting Overload,
and he
to earn
gets
a
the
shield that
shield.
saves his
Come
life.
on, man, what the fuck? No.
Ryze's ultimate is the thing that turns him into more of a team player.
Teleportation! What the
Casting
fuck?
Warp opens a portal to a location a short distance away. A few moments later, Ryze and any other allied units standing at the entrance portal are warped to the target location.
Yo!
This applies to allied minions and champions, and works in combat, though it can be cancelled if enemies catch Ryze with crowd control while the ult charges.
That's fuck.
Otherwise, he can move and cast freely while the portal opens.
So when he gets fucking hit by
Enemies
CC,
and allies alike
does
will
the
have time to reposition around Ryze's portal before it activates.
does
But
his
there's only
ultimate
so much
does his
before
ultimate
Megas
go back
Ascendant can do
on the
when a
long
pile of
cooldown or
minions
shorter
close
cooldown?
in on him. This was a triumph.
Yeah, that's more than a fucking triumph. 3v1, all that fucking damage, you'd be fucked up. Wave
Ryze's
clear,
combos are great for
EEQ.
bursting down lone opponents, but his wave clear isn't half bad either if you know how to combine his spells. Here, Ryze preps the wave by executing one minion using his E,
And then you
automatically spreading
spread-
spell
yep.
flux to half the wave. He waits for his E to come back up, then uses it
Spread
on
it
a flux
again?
minion to tag the rest. A final overload blows them all up.
Nice.
Hang on. Archmage business.
Fuck. You my boy fucking.
When you find yourself in a tough spot, here's a combo that'll get you
EWQ.
out. Drop a spell flux on whatever creepy sheep person might be chasing you, then follow it up with a rune
That's a
prison for
root.
the extended route. Fling out an overload to swap in those sweet runes for a shield and some move speed. Then GTFO.
That's fucking Kindred, yo. Oh fuck.
When you need
Ooh.
to drop tons of damage,
Fuck, my boy,
reliably,
that combo's
QWQ
QWQ.
is the combo you need. Ryze starts
Q.
his Q, followed by a rune prison to lock Karthus down, resetting overload. Ryze boosts his third
Q again.
overload with spell flux for increased damage. With no more spells left to cast, the Deathslinger is sent back to the underworld where it's much harder to get CS.
Ryze is fucking hard to play, no fucking doubt.
Now that we've taken a closer look at Ryze's basic abilities,
I can see
let's
why they
talk a little
fucking
bit more
reworked him
about
so much, my
Realm Warp.
boy.
Sometimes
Because
Ryze's best
I
play is
bet
to
you
cut
would
his
be
losses
extremely
and ult the
difficult
heck
to
out.
fucking
After securing
pick up
the
because all
Infernal
that
Break,
fucking
Ryze's
combos.
team is
Q,
about to
E,
get
Q, Q.
smashed.
That's
So,
fucking
Ryze
wild.
Realm Warps away. Don't
Oh fuck,
be
my
like
boy.
this, Sona.
Yes. I saw a fucking star.
could have flashed
Yes,
into the
she
portal
could have
and
gone.
actually-
She could have gone. Oh my god, flashed away.
Realm Warp is more likely to hurt your team than help them if they're not paying attention.
True.
Here, Ryze wanted to give Lucian a quick getaway. But Malphite was ready to go in. So instead of getting some help from an
Fuck.
unstoppable force,
My
Lucian got left
oh
alone.
fuck.
Some say he's still tilted. When your teammates sync up, though, Realm Warp can easily win a fight. Ryze ults to deliver Aurelia to the backline, where she promptly dumps her space. Although
That's
Ryze wound up taking a few years worth of crowd control from Annie
that?
and
Who's
Vayne,
that?
his party portal ended up with a double kill. Huge success.
huge. That's Karthus. Karthus. Yes, Karthus was the guy who was just with the fucking
rotation
stuff.
with a brutal
Thresh.
surprise attack. Here, Ryze brings
Xerath
Kennen
and
and
Graves.
Groot into the perfect spot to pop their ultimates. He then locks down Graves for the kill and activates his shield, blocking the poke from the fleeing Xerath.
Oh, and
With
Renekton.
Jhin and Xerath out of reach, he turns to finish off the rude Renekton, chomping on his team's backline.
Yeah. That's a chump. Ezreal's up. Does it fucking true shot? Ryze, bro. Ryze!
Tuning in to the Ryze champion spotlight.
I
My
thought
boy.
that guy would never stop talking.
Why am I talking to the fucking announcer? I saw inside of
Welcome
the
to
call.
League of Legends
My girl
champion
weaving
spotlight,
fucking
featuring
stones.
Taliyah, the Stone Weaver.
The stone weaver. Taliyah. But she's still a kid, so they said Taliyah doesn't
Taliyah
know how
was
to
always a
control
little
her
different
power.
from the other kids in her tribe.
Ah.
The Shreeman teen was stronger and braver than the others, and she could manipulate and reshape the
Whoa,
earth using her
come on,
mind.
let's just soften
As
the
Taliyah's
fucking
powers grew, she
stones.
began to worry that she might accidentally hurt someone she cared about.
Oh,
So, she left her family and the desert lands she loved to gain control of her abilities.
okay.
Taliyah has now returned from her journey across
Azir
the area,
and-
newly determined to protect her people from the dangers
And when she,
arising from
when
Shuri's
she returned, she saw that the void was fucking
On the
taking over.
wrist, Taliyah
Ability,
is
power,
traditional
magic,
mage
penetration,
with
slow
cataclysmic
effects.
lane-altering spells, and out of
Oh, man,
combat
she's
mobility,
coat made of
is faster
stone.
than a rock. It.
Rocket. Rock
Taliyah's
surfing.
passive is rock surfing.
So she-
which
this is
gives
like
her
a
extra
movement
when
speed.
traveling near walls.
Come on, near walls,
Bonus
okay.
drops off when she casts a spell, or takes damage.
Okay.
Taliyah's Q is Threaded Volley,
Threaded
which
Volley.
tears up rocks from the ground around her, letting her fire them in a target direction, dealing damage in a small area of effect.
That's like 3,
She's then free to move around while firing,
2,
basically
3,
like
4,
Illusion
5.
Ultimate.
1, 2, 3, 4,
All
5.
rocks in the volley after the first one that
Azir.
fires deal reduced damage. Casting Threaded Volley turns the area around Taliyah into worked ground for a few minutes. Further, volley casts over worked ground will refund half the spell's mana cost, but yields only one lonely little rock.
Oh, one little rock. Okay.
Worked ground doesn't affect Stoneweaver's allies or opponents, but it does give her a small speed boost when she travels over it.
Okay.
When trading in lane, try to leave patches of unworked ground.
Yeah, so you
in an
can
easy
set
to
up.
reach spot.
Yeah,
When
nice.
your opponent steps out of position, hopscotch over to the fresh dirt and start stoneweaving.
So the Stoneweaver doesn't hit the
Taliyah's
first
W
thing
is Seismic Shove. On first
in
cast,
distance.
she marks a
goes
target
after
location,
champs.
which, after a brief delay,
Oh, it's a
erupts,
knock-up.
knocking up and damaging all
Seismic
caught
shove.
enemies.
Nice.
Taliyah can recast Seismic Shove before it erupts to toss her victims in a targeted
Oh,
direction.
what the fuck?
It can be hard to land Seismic Shove on mobile enemies, but don't take the ability for granted. You might just need to
What's
swat away
that?
a
The
sneaky
Elise,
spider.
yeah. Twisted Fate. Yo, look at the fucking Black Widow, yo.
Taliyah's E, Unraveled Earth, scatters boulders onto the ground before her, damaging and slowing all enemies they strike.
So
After
you
a few seconds, the field erupts, dealing a second wave of damage.
so you can do the knock up into
Opponents
that.
who dash through the boulders blow up
The
any
seismic
rocks they
shove. You
touch.
can do the seismic shove
Also,
into the
enemies get tossed
unraveled
into the field
earth.
somehow, like by a seismic shove
Yes!
or a headbutt, for
What
example.
the fuck?
Plant Unraveled Earth to slow the approach of big spinning juggernauts.
Fucking Darius,
Or
yo.
use it to block off a path so you can make your escape.
Ocean. Yeah, so they're going to get Weaver's Wall.
Here's the real reason you bring Taliyah to your team. Gigantic walls of impassable terrain from halfway across the map.
What the?
When Taliyah casts her ultimate, Weaver's Wall, she summons a massive wall of spiraling rock that tears through the rift in a target direction, knocking aside enemies and blocking their movement just like a regular wall would.
What the fuck?
Taliyah can reactivate Weaver's Wall while casting it,
And she
to
travels
ride
through
across
it.
the wave as it emerges.
Look how Mrs. Sophie
Taking
the
damage or
fucking
inputting a
shit.
move command in any direction while riding will cause her to hop off.
Oh.
If she doesn't reactivate while casting, the wall will simply complete its trip without her. To collapse the wall early, you can hit that R button once again.
Oh, so
Also,
nobody
enemies
nobody
will
can
be
pass this
able
through.
to see and hear the wall as
Come
it
in.
emerges,
Oh
even
shit!
through
If
fog of war.
wow.
Use Taliyah's passive to surf within ult range of an ally's lane. Then, use Weaver's Wall to blast in behind your opponents. With their escape
Yo, look at the
walled
fucking
off,
knock-up.
Kog'Maw and Soraka had a really rocky start to this fight.
That's fucking wild, yo. Let me see some gameplay footage with this fucking girl.
Taliyah needs
Look,
to
Mrs.
use
Got all of the fucking shit all over the
deal
place.
maximum damage with her spells. Here, Taliyah engages just as this
Knock!
section of ground
Come
freezes,
here!
allowing her to unload a full barrage of threaded volley on the
Wow.
The move speed buff she gets from the other worked ground in this lane lets her close in on the glowy blue dude.
Oh, he got
The
got
flash
away.
isn't
Oh
just a
shit.
dodge. It actually plants her on fresh, unworked ground just a stone's throw away, which lets her kill him.
My god, fuck
These
it.
spells work best when she sets herself up with Unraveled Earth to make it easier to land a full combo. Taliyah slows Xerath with her E, then Seismic shoves him back
Come
in.
into
A
what
quick
the
volley finishes him off. It can be difficult to land Seismic Shove on freely moving enemies.
Yeah, because-
Taliyah is often best off waiting for her teammates to engage so she can
Yeah, so
pile
she
onto
can.
an easy
Yeah,
target.
it's
Here
because
she
they can
zones out
easily
Volibear and
dodge.
Leona, so Vayne can safely punch some holes into the mid lane turret. When Morgana finally catches Volibear with a Dark Binding, Taliyah sees her chance. She lays out a queen-sized
Come
in
here!
front of the bear in the big blue armor. And
Volibear, Leona, Darius, and Karma. That's
Taliyah's
fucking
wall
Karma.
is great for splitting up enemy teams, but she's got to be careful that she's not screwing over her teammates instead.
Oh shit.
Anytime you ult alongside your allies, remember that you're actively
They can't
creating terrain
pass.
that blocks their path,
Yes.
which could completely lose your team the game.
Holy shit, bro.
Taliyah is
It's
excellent at
Greg.
flanking while her team sieges.
Shen,
Noticing a
J4.
greedy defense by Kog'Maw and Soraka, a simple Weaver's Wall removes all hope of escape without flash. Because it's a 4v2,
Oh, they
there's
can't
no need to
fucking
put herself in
pass.
danger, so Taliyah decides not to ride her wall.
Kog'Maw,
and
that's
instead approach
Kog'Maw.
her opponents via rock surfing.
Oh shit.
A quick seismic shove helps take down the Soraka before anyone else can truly defend them.
Yep. Oh fuck, we're coming. Let's go and haul that. Fuck
Weaver's
you.
wall is good for setting up picks, but the strongest walls just leave enemies out in the cold and
Holly Bear.
When Taliyah sees Volibear thundering in for a Baron steal, she ults to block off nearly the
Block
entire
off. Where you
river.
going, bro?
Some unraveled earth and a size
Yo,
of
this
plugs
fucking-
a gap in the wall. and
This
keeps the bad
fucking
guys-
shit. That's fucking OP as fuck, yo.
Thanks for tuning
Yo,
in to the
Taliyah.
Taliyah Champion Spotlight. Click those links if you want to dig up a little more dirt on the Stoneweaver.
Taliyah's wild, yo. Uno más. One more. Taric. That's his name, right? Taric.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight.
Champions.
Featuring Taric, Shield of Valor.
Oh, what's my boy look just like fucking Garen, yo. Look at fucking Prince Charming. What the fuck? Yo, Taric.
Demacia was my home.
Was your home? What do you mean was?
Stars are my destination.
So he's like a fucking Twilight? Similar to fucking Zoe?
Once a carefree and charming Demacian officer, Taric was forever changed one fateful night when his men were butchered while he visited a nearby temple. Racked with remorse
What?
and exiled by Demacia, Taric traveled to Mount Targon,
Remember
hoping
he-
to scale its peak to atone for his misconduct.
Remember he's a fucking mage, so
Overcame the
Demacia
treacherous climb
fucking
only
dashed
to
him
face
out.
a final challenge, a confrontation with the Targonian entity known as the Protector. After
Protector?
withstanding its test, Taric found himself imbued with its powers and tasked with protecting all of Valoran.
A Valorant.
I am no
Health
longer
armor.
the man I
Also, he's a
once was.
fucking tank.
In-game, Taric's a tanky support who brings his otherworldly powers to
tanky
bear through a
support.
slew of flexible and potent abilities.
Abilities. Bravado.
Taric's passive is Bravado, which soups up his next two basic attacks whenever he uses an ability. These
Ooh.
two attacks
Yo,
swing
my boy
faster,
fucking hitting
deal extra
hard.
magic damage, and most importantly, reduce the cooldowns of his other abilities.
Starlight
Taric's
Touch.
Q is Starlight's Touch, an AoE heal for all allies around
Wow.
League's very own
My boy
Fabio.
healing
There are
fucking
two
Leona.
features to this otherwise simple ability.
Diana.
First, Starlight's Touch slowly gains
Run
charges
there from
over time,
Targon.
which are all consumed to power up the heal.
Okay.
Second, Taric's Bravado attacks reduce his Q cooldown by significantly more than his other abilities.
So you can continuously
Hold
spam
on
that
to
shit.
Starlight's Touch if you're looking
Bard
for
and
the biggest
Ezreal.
deal for your buck.
Tristana!
The mana cost stays the same, but you'll undo tons of damage as opposed to itty bitty bits of damage.
He's stealing farm, bro. Dazzle.
We are skipping Taric's W for a moment for reasons that'll become crystal clear real soon.
Okay, bro.
So Taric's not just a stunner in the looks department. He's also a stunner in game thanks to his E, Dazzle.
He stuns.
After casting in a target direction, Taric can briefly move around before it sapphires out.
Oh,
from him
so
in
he
that
doesn't have to
direction,
stay one place.
damaging
That's
and
cool.
briefly stunning all enemies hit.
That's cool.
Use Dazzle to stun your enemies before laying into them with basic attacks.
You see, he can
Safely
move as
trigger your
well.
Bravado passive and lower your cooldowns, all while dealing decent damage.
Damage, nice.
It's a win-win. Win.
Win. Cosmic
Taric's ultimate
Radiance.
is Cosmic Radiance. Taric starts charging his ultimate on activation, and after a few seconds, buffs all allied units around him with temporary invulnerability.
What the
Just as with Dazzle, Taric can move around freely while he charges up, but allies will fail to gain any benefit if
they
run
walk
too
out.
far away.
Finally,
Finally,
yo,
Taric and
tempo.
his pals are only immune to damage while cosmically radiant. Things like heals and crowd control will still work just
Oh,
fine.
damage. Okay. Bastion.
Alright,
Okay.
last but definitely not least is Taric's W, Bastion. Passively, Bastion increases Taric's armor, but when he activates the ability, he shields a targeted ally and creates a link with them that temporarily breaks if Taric and his buddy wander too far
You see
apart
the
from each other.
Twilight.
That's
Oh,
the simple stuff. Here's the more important bit. Once the link is established, Taric casts all of his abilities from both himself and his Bastion buddy. Starlight's Touch creates 2 healing zones. Dazzle fires out 2 stuns each towards the cursor. And Cosmic Radiance whips up 2 invulnerable zones.
what the fuck are you seeing?
These don't stack, so you don't get double healing, damage, or double invulnerability, but you will be able to affect double the real estate.
That's fucking... So you can protect your whole fucking team. You can look at this.
Ton of uses once you unlock all of your abilities. Try linking up with an ally to turn your entire tower diving party invulnerable.
Look at fucking it.
Your opponents will love you. No,
they fucking hate you indeed. Dog.
You'll generally want to stay in the thick of things when playing as Taric, partly to dazzle your opponents, but
yeah,
also to turn bravado and keep your abilities online.
On cooldown, and she can...
Caught, Taric recasts Bastion for the shield, then hits Starlight's Touch for the heal.
Heal? What the f...
Because Taric stays in combat with Bard, bravado allows him to recast Starlight's Touch, as well as a second round of...
Tristana comes back in with a fucking health and... What the fuck? You know they fucking...
Taric has some pretty telegraphed windows of power, so playing around them, engaging when you're strong and disengaging when you're not, is super important. Here, the enemy bot lane plays really well around Taric's ult by disengaging entirely.
Because
only to go back in once the invulnerability fades out.
It fades out, that's
Taric's
true.
Not done yet. He dazzles Jhin, which gives Lucian a chance to dash in and pick up an easy kill before focusing down Trundle.
What the fuck, yo?
Once he's dead, it's time to run.
Shen.
Pay special attention to how Taric aims Dazzle. By targeting just above Lucian, he's able to cover both of his flanks, making it almost impossible to defend against
yeah, because so he tries to dash in to get Lucian, but Lucian he put the angle stun at the fucking...
doing all the work in bot lane, he can carry the rest of his teammates too, so make sure you roam around the map once mid-game swings around.
Oh, so he's a roam, he can roam and help.
Rages of Bastion and Dazzle from Trundle means that Echo and Karma are literally and stunned that Trundle can kill them now.
Yo, where you going? Karma, come here, Karma.
Spotting opportunities to find new Bastion buddies really separates the Diamond Taric players from the rough. Here he spots Pantheon chasing Sona and moves his W from Lux to land a guaranteed dazzle and kill.
Look, he fucking stunned.
You'll have your marksman Bastion most of the time, and that's fine. Just remember that by relocating Bastion, you'll often be able to save otherwise doomed allies and kill otherwise safe enemies.
Yo, that Bastion is fucking, that W, yo.
Following up on a hardcore engage is one of his heaviest strengths.
Victor, Vi.
Here, Taric pops Cosmic Radiance in hopes of keeping Vi alive after she dies.
Yeah.
But the enemy team plays it perfectly, popping her before the invulnerability kicks in. Because of how badly the beginning of the fight went, Taric's enemies start slaughtering his teammates. Sun Protector you are.
That's fucked.
Enough of his mistakes. Let's talk about Taric being the Dragonian badass he is. As Braum hits Glacial Fissure, Taric reacts to the hard engage by casting Cosmic Radiance.
And no damage.
Thanks to the invulnerability, his teammates survive the 3v5.
They're just turning it on them now.
Allies to come to the rescue and shatter
Ari just fucking guiding and just malfight with the fucking engage, yo. What the fuck? Easy fucking wipe. The hell is it easy?
Thanks for tuning in to the Taric
yo, fucking Prince Char video.
Gems if you're craving more information.
That's all the champ for today. I don't want to make the video too long for you guys, man, because shit. As I said before, the further down you go, the stronger the fucking champs get. Yo, this Taric fucking guy with the fucking invulnerability, my boy, you're basically invulnerable for like a brief spell. But if you plan out these fucking things to like a team, you can win any fucking team fight. Yo, these champs. Ivern for me. Ivern is my fucking favorite. Yo, my boy is the fucking helper of the fucking tree. Yo, he doesn't kill the fucking camps. He just fucking frees them. It's like he just, I'll free you. Yo, that's fucking sweet. I thought they would have him slaughtering the camps, but that would have been messed up. But he's just like freeing them. But yeah, these champs are just fucking sweet. I can see why you guys don't get fucking fed up of this game, because all of these champs are just, and they have over 100, and so there's so many champs to pick from to play with. This is nice. This is just fucking nice. Thank you so much for fucking watching, man. Everybody who's here, subscriber, non-subscriber, thank you very much. I just appreciate every single thing. So that's it for the video, guys. Until the next one, peace the fuck out.